All right, so that's why I came to St. Louis for a bubbling boulder.
No, right back, we got something bigger.
Oh my goodness. It's the perfect height. He's like, oh, take the stress off the back. Look at the size of his face. They can't make it look as natural. That's not what their focus is. That's why we have certified aquascape contractors. But what's funny is, and this is not unusual, they get so addicted to the water, they got 4 water features in this property. First, second, third, and fourth. And now it's this incredible whole moat around this entire, basically, island that I'm standing on right now.
I hired the St. Louis football team to come in there to carry the liners from the front yard back here.
So the high school kids.
The high school kids.
Nice. Welcome to living the aquascape lifestyle. Sean, where are we? We're in St. Louis, right?
St. Louis, Michigan.
St. Louis, Michigan. Not St. Louis, Missouri. And we're with Mike Muskins.
Mike Muskins, yes.
Muskins.
Muskins, AWM Water Features.
Okay, this is your 15th year doing this.
15 years, yeah.
This is my first time visiting you.
It is.
And you made me drive to St. Louis because?
Because there's a really, really cool story of a pond in the backyard.
All right, I'm just giving him a hard time. It's just because we drove 2.5 hours, an hour out of our way, because you're in the Grand Rapids area, right?
Yeah, I drove an hour and a half.
Okay, and I'm Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. It's all about showcasing how people live the aquascape lifestyle, and I drove to St. Louis, Michigan for a bubbling fountainscape.
But this is a perfect example of, you know, you're in a water feature lover's yard when you're greeted by a water feature.
All right, so that's why I came to St. Louis for a bubbling boulder?
No, right back, we got something bigger.
I would guess so.
They picked out a boulder and we cored it out and put some aqua blocks underneath for the reservoir, and you know.
It looks good. All right, what are we about to see and what's the story behind it?
So the story behind this one is that it has kind of metamorphosized over the years. It started out as a pondless waterfall, believe it or not, and then they got rid of the pondless reservoir and they put in a pond.
Nice. And remember, I am not the pondless guy, I am the pond guy. The average customer gets 3 water features. That is literally the biggest dog I've ever seen in my life.
Holy crap.
How much does this dog weigh?
About 200.
Wow, 225, that would be me. So he's a German Great Dane.
He's a German Great Dane.
I've never even heard that, but what's his name?
Barney.
Barney. Oh, Barney. How old is Barney?
He's 8 years old.
Yeah, they don't live to like maybe 10, right? It's when they get this big.
Yeah.
But man, what a beautiful dog. Look at the size of his face. I'm the pond guy, Greg Wittstock. Tom, nice to meet you. Mary. So we were just turning the corner, wow, and then this massive dog came around the corner, so I got distracted a little bit, but this is the multiple iterations of this. What do people say that come back here?
What you said.
Yeah.
The first thing they say is, wow.
Because they see the dog. Then they see the pond. How long have you lived here? I love the hot tub, I love the covered area. This is your life back here, isn't it? How about this young man? Has he been good with you?
This guy?
Yeah. Yeah, right. I like this lady even more. Look at this. I love the design. Okay. It's worth coming to St. Louis. Wow.
So it started out, that right there was a pondless waterfall that just went into a pondless basin.
When was this? When did you get to?
2010.
Okay, so in 2010, you got a little waterfall back here. This guy built it?
No.
Or someone else built it?
We had a local landscape company that built it.
That was
It's the
not a
first one
certified contractor?
No, first one he had ever done. And then Mike completely reconfigured it and made it look real natural.
Which is the point.
Pondless was made into a pond, and then that was 2011, right? And then we came out in 2012 to add this pond.
Wait, so you connected this pond to this pond?
Connected the dot. A higher elevation, and it just a little stream into the other pond.
Okay.
They weren't done. They had so many koi, they wanted to have it bigger.
Yes.
So that we built the third pond in 2013. There was a waterfall through there at that time, right?
Yes.
And so we just connected the pond with the waterfall and now had 2 ponds flowing into the 1 pond.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then on the 3rd time they were all connected.
The 4th time.
Okay.
The 4th time is when they were all connected because he called me up one day and he said, Mike, how can we just make this one big pond?
Uh-huh.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the streams and dig them out in between the two and three ponds, dig that out, put one big liner in place.
Oh, so you had a whole new liner.
Whole new liner.
Okay.
2,250 square feet of liner.
Yep.
You just cut it for the island there.
And that was what, 2015?
2015. Yeah.
Okay, so you've lived with this since 2015 in this iteration, and we're happy now? Okay, so the fourth time was the charm. I usually say the average person gets 3 water features: big, bigger, biggest, good, better, best. You got big, bigger, biggest, biggest, good, better, best, best, best. So
I hired the St. Louis football team to come in there to carry the liner from the front yard back here.
So the high school kids.
The high school kids.
We
yeah.
Nice.
literally just in a train drug it back here because there was just no access. And literally, if one guy fell down, we were all going down because it was that heavy.
Oh my God, well, it's absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. I love the design and it's spectacular. Young lady, do you like the design?
Love it. I just love it, Carol.
Are you the neighbor?
She's helped us garden.
Oh, you're the gardener. Okay.
Do everything, yeah.
It looks terrific. Is that the dog's water bowl?
There's another one over there
Wow.
by the door.
Where does he drink? Wherever he wants. Wow. That is one massive dog. So as a gardener, how long have you been working here?
Last summer,
Okay. So you put a lot of different hostas in. Like, what have you done?
Mr. and Mrs. are the ones that did all the
We put the
planting.
hostas in.
Okay.
I just maintained it.
So it's the lifestyle. Look at this backyard. We've been just sitting here hanging out, overlooking this unbelievable water feature. They've got a hot tub back here. This is where they spend their time and they live. And what I love about this is it started off with a little pondless waterfall here that a landscaper did. And one of the things about hiring a landscaper is that doesn't specialize in water features is they can't make it look as natural. That's not what their focus is. That's why we have certified aquascape contractors. But what's funny is, and this is not unusual, they get so addicted to the water, they got 4 water features in this property. First, second, third, and fourth. And now it's this incredible whole moat around this entire basically island that I'm standing on right now. There's not a person that would walk back here that would talk about this. So I just absolutely love coming out and visiting. Pond people are the coolest people, making cookies, hanging out. The only thing I don't like about my job is leaving. I would just love to hang out and spend as much time back here as possible, and who wouldn't? This is your backyard. You want waterfront property? Get a certified aquascape contractor and he can do that for you.
Sit down. Sit down.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that the funniest
He does it in
thing
the house
ever?
too.
That is the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's the perfect height. He's like, oh, take the stress off the back.
They're not in the house.
They just keep it open, right?
He just goes in when he wants to.
Beautiful.
So-
Oh, look at this. So okay, so this is perfect. So you got me the Michigan cookies because I'm in Michigan, but you know that I'm an Ohio State fan.
Well, we thought you might be a Michigan fan.
Oh, no, no. I'm a Buckeye, so I got some Buckeye ones right there. Am I still invited in the house?
We thought we better make you some Ohio State cookies too.
That looks great. Thank
If
you.
Ohio, you could take the Michigan.
So this pond started out actually as a pondless waterfall. It was just this waterfall, and it went into a little pondless basin, and the customer decided that they wanted to have a pond instead of a waterfall, just a waterfall. And so that was dug out and a new pond was put in. That's when AWM Water Features came in. They were having some issues with their water feature. We came in, they wanted to have a little bit bigger feature so that they could have more room for their koi. What we did is came out and we dug this pond with a little bit higher elevation, and then we dug a stream right into the old pond. So we had a higher pond stream going into the old pond, and that was kind of the second iteration of this pond. Then they had us back the very next year. They wanted it bigger still, and so we dug out this pond. This waterfall was already there, so we kind of connected it together, and then that that was another system that flowed into this main pond. So all the pumps and stuff were housed here and sending the water to the different areas. Then in 2015, Tom and Mary said, hey Mike, what can we do to make this one big pond? What we did is we came out and we dug out this area, we dug down the stream here, we dug down the stream there, and we put in one big liner through the entire system and then cut a hole for the island and planted that up, and that's how this amazing pond came into being. So one of the coolest things about this pond is that this is the first wetland filter that we put in. It's just a little mini wetland filter, but it does an amazing job, as you can see, of keeping this water crystal clear. The key to these wetland filters is having some plants growing in the top to help absorb nutrients, but then that all-important bacteria, beneficial bacteria, grows extensively in that system, and as the water percolates up through that gravel, it helps break down the waste, and that's what keeps the water crystal clear.
I'm gonna send this to you. Yeah, email it.
It looks like it's professional. I mean, like
It is. I'm a professional pond guy. I'm a vlogger. You like that?
I want to get one of those.
How I get all these underwater pictures? Access Go for an iPhone. Pretty cool stuff.
One of my favorite parts of this feature is the center island. We've created some stepping stones onto the island here, and then across that third stream. It's just really beautiful with all the lush plants kind of draping over the rocks. You got the stepping stones through the island as well. Another really cool feature about this pond is that this is one of the stepping stones, and we actually set it up on a channel so that the fish can actually choose to either swim around the stepping stone, or they can choose to swim underneath the stepping stone. Just another close detail that we pay attention to on this job. It's these small details that really help bring a pond to the next level. So with a complex system like this, it's super important to have good filtration. Because we have this whole huge pond system, we have Signature Series 6.0 skimmer here and another one right there, so that anything that falls in any of these pooling areas, it'll just come down into the skimmer here and come down into the skimmer here. It's really important to have a koi cave for the koi to be able to go down into and feel safe. Wonderful example here of a nice koi cave allowing the fish some safety. This feature has some great ability to get around it. So we put in these stepping stones here so you can step and step, and then more steppers on the island itself here, and they come up to here, another stepping stone across this stream, and another one right there to get to the other side. I don't know if you can make it out, but we got another koi cave right here that looks like a couple of them are hanging out in.
Pond customers are just cooler customers. And I'm not just saying that because I sell pond equipment. I'm saying that because when you build a water feature for somebody, you turn a house into a home. a landscape customer. You can put lawns in for people. You can put hardscapes into people. It's a lifestyle. It's how people live. So getting cookies is why I'm not thin. Getting cookies, people wanting you to sit back and relax by their pond. That's what this industry is all about. We need more people building aquascape ponds. Check out the link below to find the Aquascape University, which is our online training, the Aquascape Academy, which is how to get people into this business, which is our training at Aqualand, the coffee table book, which is an inspirational piece that you can get for a Christmas gift for somebody. And if you don't want to be a pond builder, you want to find a pond builder to do it, check out the link below to find a certified aquascape contractor. I love my job.